the 253rd pick and the last pick is Chandler Harnish.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Go.
Back to the podcast, the Last Pick podcast.
Shut up. What's up, guys? Last Pick podcast.
Welcome back.
Back here with Shub Dalla, Desmond McDowell, Griffin Fuchs, Lisle
Cash money.
Jameson, Eli Cuomo, Wilder Hope, straight out the farm. And we're here, episode 2. Desmond, word from our sponsor.
I have a special announcement. We now have a sponsor. Pete's Candy Store is our
Let's
official sponsor, our presenting sponsor.
There we go.
Let's go.
Yep, so the beginning, middle, and end of the podcast, I just have to do a quick ad read.
Yeah, if only your
Okay.
mic didn't sound like you were a robot, bro. Jesus Christ.
So Desmond, what does that sponsor mean for us?
Free liquor.
Free drinks. No. Free grilled cheeses. Maybe Lisle and Eli could skip some spots in the open mic, maybe. That's about it.
I played softball for them once.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
They
you
good?
quit?
Ringer.
Did he
We're
quit?
quarantined. I can't play.
All right, should we get started?
Yeah,
No. Can I say one thing on Tiger King?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We were just
Yo,
talking about that before we started
Tiger.
recording.
Okay, the thing about
Y'all
the
are
thing
so
about
late
Doc,
on this.
the thing about Doc is like just as bad as everyone else in the show. He's just quiet. Like
He's smarter. He was
Lisle
like
is
more
loud.
reserved.
Dude, he's crazy, though.
Exotic
He's
is
worse than them, Lisle.
crazy.
He has like
Yeah,
5 lives.
He has a real cult. He has an actual cult.
No, dude, he also has the most punchable face I've ever
He
seen.
does. But Joe like drugged straight dudes into being gay. That's
That
what
was-
No, don't tell me.
Oscar, you should
Oh,
have
it's
known.
too late,
It's
Oscar.
that's
pretty
Oscar.
obvious in
obvious.
the first episode.
No.
Also, in the end,
Yeah.
it's not a big detail, Oscar, so don't worry. But they say that whatever his name, Doc Antle, like after they're like past cub age, he just kills them and then burns them.
Oh, yeah.
Very
I
good.
forgot about that. He's fucking
Oh, guys, friendly reminder. In today's episode, we're having a "Can we take them?" segment where you show pictures
yeah.
of people and see if we can take them.
I'm very
Just don't
excited
forget
for
about
Yeah.
that.
Wait, like
Yeah.
Griffin, as a group or just individually?
Individually.
Individually.
Okay, cool. I feel like we
okay.
could do a similar thing as a group, though.
Yeah.
We can. We'll see how it works out.
as,
what I-
as like a
that guy-
5-man basketball
That guy Doc just looks like a douchebag, like with a ponytail, and like he acts like he's some Lord Savior, like
Oscar.
Jesus.
Wait till you meet Jeff Lowe. You haven't met him yet. That guy's the worst. The
Dude,
absolute
Jeff Lowe.
worst. Yeah.
Yo,
Dude,
you
how
did a
did they
live
get
stream the other
those
day, and
people
people were like,
on-
"Why are you like a senior citizen dressing up like a monster can?"
There is some There is some conspiracy theory that he was Carol's husband, her first husband.
Oh, that she
That's
killed.
crazy.
No.
Yeah, she
No,
killed
no,
her.
no.
It's
But she had two. The one she
Yeah,
killed
she
was
said
her
like a
second
top
husband, but her first husband could have been Jeff Lowe.
Her third husband is so weird. The one
Yeah.
now.
Dude, do you see the
Yeah.
wedding photos, dude?
Yeah, where he was like in a leash on the beach.
Hey, really? No.
Yeah,
Dude,
she totally runs his life.
These
Jeff
are the
Lowe is my
weirdest
senior
people I've
club.
ever like on the
Yeah,
show.
Oscar, that's what most of America is like.
I know.
Am I the only one who
I don't
hasn't
think
seen
that's
it?
true.
From Tennessee, like all those fat white fucks who go to the zoo.
None of them were in
That's
Tennessee. I
such
don't
like
think.
a weird thing to insult them by. You fucking
Speaking of
go
Tennessee.
to the
Go to
zoo.
the zoo.
The
No,
private
but
teams, the private
All
teams.
the people that play with the Tigers are like fat
Yeah.
old white people.
Dude, and they're
Oh, that's
charging
us.
600
With the Gators.
Yeah, that guy
Private
was talking. He was like,
Gators.
"I've been here like 3 times this week, and it's like $400 per time."
Yeah, I know. They make a lot of money. Carol Baskins made like $2 million profit a year.
Yeah,
It's
she's
ridiculous.
so annoying.
Yeah, she just got.
Dude, it's really crazy though. He did hire someone to kill her. That's kind
No,
of
stop!
All right, Oscar, you might as well stop watching. You might
Okay,
as
let's
well stop watching.
Oscar, they tell
let's
you
go
that
into
in the
the
trailer.
content,
Oscar,
shall we?
one more thing. The guy who he
No.
hires to
Stop,
kill her
stop!
is literally no. He's the spitting image of Harry's dad. You'll know when you see him. He looks exactly like Harry's dad.
Dude, that's so mean.
Stop.
Guy has like no teeth.
Oh, that guy has teeth. That's the guy with teeth.
Oh,
No,
Joe,
no,
you're
the guy at the hitman has like no teeth.
You're thinking of the wrong guy, Oscar. You haven't seen him yet.
Okay.
All right, should we get started?
Yeah.
Yes,
Des, are
sir.
you starting
You want
with
me
history
to-
again?
you
I
want me
think we
to-
should for
Yeah. Should I do
tradition's
the
sake.
Battle of Crete?
Sounds
Griffin,
good.
I'm gonna need you to do your to get your Spotify ready. If you just get that out now, and when I say hit it.
Okay,
It's
but what
the
song?
The song this time is "Can't Tell Me Nothing" by Kanye West. I think that's the song.
Oh.
Wilder.
All right.
Wilder in the
Wilder.
bathroom.
That's the one that.
No, I'm just playing. I just have to play one
What
song. I
doesn't-
don't need to charge.
What does it sound like again?
I can
think
play
that's
it,
the right
Griffin,
one.
if it's a
Was that Nash?
struggle.
Tell
Can
me
you,
nothing.
Eli?
Oh,
Yeah,
yo,
I got
get
it.
Nash in
Thank
here.
you.
You can be our guest.
No,
Yeah,
no,
wait.
sir. This is
Griffin,
a
did you
men's
get a
only
bad haircut?
podcast.
Did you get a bad haircut or something, Griffin?
No, I just came in from a run.
Hey, wait, are you first now? I'm
No,
still
I'm
first.
like barely in third.
Let's go.
You're
Dude,
I ran eight.
I got my second win. I'm gonna stay in first. I didn't know it.
I ran 8 miles today.
Would you guys like to explain what you're talking about
Yeah,
with that?
yeah.
Or are you
Oh,
just
we're
something-
doing a running challenge.
We're doing a running challenge, and I am currently in first, even though I shouldn't be.
No,
with
we're-
like
okay,
46 miles.
I promise you, I'm gonna
All right.
win.
It's who can run the most miles in the month of April.
I've got 46.
I got 37.
I got 35, 36.
And
So you can
Ruben's
see
got
I've built a
50.
pretty big lead,
Yeah, you can see I haven't tried yet.
and I ran a 5-minute 30-second mile a couple days
down
ago.
Downhill.
That's
Guys,
actually
I don't
impressive.
know how many times I have to say this. I went up a huge hill before I started. That's
Yeah,
why the
but
elevation was
why is
high.
your elevation?
So
That's why That's why the elevation was high, because I went up a huge hill before I started running.
And
I
then you
think
ran
there needs
down
to
the
be an
hill.
internal investigation.
No,
That-
guys, listen to this once. I'll say it one more time.
You guys should call
walked
Mikey
up
Run.
the hill, and then at the top of the hill there was a very long stretch of flat ground. And then after I finished that mile time, then there was a downhill part.
Guys,
But
it was
the
a
mile-
plateau. Come on.
mile-
Yeah, he's fast.
it's
Like,
just the
come
little
on.
stuff that you improved your mile time by over a minute in like 3 days.
Yeah, what the?
no, because guys, just listen. The reason that first one was way slower is because I was pacing myself to try to beat Oscar's average time of 3 miles, 6 minutes 30 seconds for 3 miles. That's why I didn't go full speed for
6
the
minutes,
first mile.
30 seconds for 3 miles? Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh my
That's
God,
good,
that's the
right,
pace.
Wilder?
That's the pace. Wilder.
Pace.
Like,
Oh,
The
I was
pace.
about to say.
That's why I
okay,
didn't go full
shall
speed
we get
because I had to
started
have-
with
Yeah.
the
Okay,
World War II
Griffin,
history?
can you just who's doing?
I
this?
got it. I got
Eli,
the music.
Eli.
I got the music.
Can you just play it for me really quick, just so I know it's the right song?
I know. I'm not a.
I just. Yeah. Okay, pause it. Go back to the start. Okay, you guys got to be ready for this. You're gonna love the Greek people after I tell you the story.
You know my
so
parents
this-
met in Crete?
The Greek
Your
people.
parents met in Greece, Father?
They met in Crete, yeah.
Oh, in Crete? Wow.
That's
That's
what
awesome.
Desmond's talking about today.
Yeah, your parents are basically heroes. Was it in 1941?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Battle of Crete. It happened in May of 1941 in
Crete?
World War II.
Crete.
I
Crete.
swear to God, someone put Oscar on mute for my history segments every time.
Absolutely not.
Wait.
Okay,
For
um,
I
people
thought
like
he was talking
Oscar
about
Desmond.
Creed, the boxing movie.
No,
Wait, Desmond.
the
Is he?
Battle of Crete.
Creed?
Crete is a place in Greece.
That's with Rocky, right?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
guys, if you're gonna ask these dumb questions, you gotta let me explain the answer. Crete is a place in Greece.
With Michael B. Jordan.
It's an island.
It's an
Okay.
island off Greece, yeah.
How the fuck do you guys know this?
Because I have a shower curtain bath mat. Or
Yo,
Oh, yeah,
me
that's-
shower
too.
curtain
You've
mat.
Hey.
had that
Me
shower
too.
curtain for so long.
I buy new
Griffin
ones,
jerks
same
off
ones.
to the 50 states.
Just a friendly reminder that this is going on YouTube, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Okay, can I start now?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. So at this time, it's May 1941 in World War II, and Germany and Hitler are basically field goal kicking most of Europe. They're kind of on the offensive right now. No one's really caught on. They haven't really been hit back, so they're just blowing everyone away. Okay.
More
And
of
so
a punt, actually. More than
every country they invade, they take over in days. Okay. And Germany was a war machine, and they got destroyed in World War One, and then they totally started
Not really a
training
war
and
machine.
in World War II they are. And they got their crap kicked in World War One, and so they started training and preparing to be a really good war machine in World War II.
There was like a
in my
depression
notes,
somewhere in there too.
If
But
you
don't worry
guys,
about
just a quick side note,
Weimar Republic.
for all those people that
I
like to
think maybe.
cancel stuff, you should cancel Hugo Boss if you want to keep doing that, because the Nazis wore Hugo Boss uniforms
that. They also drove Volkswagens
and
Fun
and drank
Mercedes-Benz.
Fanta.
That was
Fun fact,
that was
Germany has
Fanta?
reparations
Yeah,
on
Fanta, I know, right?
Cancel that if you want. All those rich
Love
white
Fanta.
girls that wear Hugo Boss. Try to cancel that.
But
No,
with
but
the-
those companies have to pay money now and like volunteer because of what they did. Fun fact. Unlike
the
America.
Back to my
No,
story.
but the
Oh, well,
Volkswagen thing is interesting because that was after World War One. The Treaty of Versailles made it so that they couldn't have a standing army. So the only way that they were able to
They
get
sat.
training was by working in car factories,
Oh yeah.
and it was mostly
Also-
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing I thought of, which is kind of like the other side of this argument, is you're not really going to say no to the Nazis if they ask you to make their uniform. So you can't really fault Hugo Boss that much.
Excellent point, Desmond.
Yeah.
So after the Baltic countries and Yugoslavia bowed down, Hitler is assuming that Greece is going to bow down as well, because a lot of these small countries, Germany was such like a big force at the time that they weren't even going to put up a fight, except for Greece. And so at this time of the invasion, Italy was part of the Greek attack or whatever, and so Hitler sent the Italians to go take over Greece, and Mussolini or whatever
Yo,
Italian
Griffin,
general
you're
there
the
was.
wind turbine?
Yeah, Griffin, go on mute.
What?
It sounds like you're in a washing machine. Go
Oh,
on
my
mute.
bad.
Okay,
I'll-
back to my story. So I don't know what part Griffin blurred out, but Italy was 10 times the size of Greece. Their army was 10 times the size
It
of
still
Greece.
is 10 times the size of Greece.
Yep,
That's-
it still
That's
is.
definitely not true.
It was
Not true.
and
It's like the
is.
same size.
I'll fact check.
And so Mussolini, who is the leader of Italy, asked the leader of Greece. I actually spelled his name completely wrong. He asked him if they could just have Greece with no fight. And he said, "Don't say no because we'll F you up." That's not an exact quote. And then Metaxas, who is the leader of Greece, says "ohi." He says "ohi," which is spelled O-X-I. It means no in Greece.
In Greek?
Just another
Greece.
just another side note. There is now a holiday in Greece called Ohi, where they flip off the Italians because this is the
Des
part where
looks
they
like the
really.
Joker.
Italy is roughly double the size
Yeah.
of Greece, for the record. If you guys want to
Okay,
know.
well, it also could be 10 times the size at that time. We don't know. And so Greece said no and said, "We're going to fight back. We're not just going to bow down." And so the Italians invade, and Greece beats the piss out of them. The Italians started attacking from Albania, and then they literally pushed them all the way back to Albania. And so at this time, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Metaxas, who was the leader of Greece, had all the guns taken away from the island before the war started. So they were fighting with like pitchforks and like hand-to-hand combat weapons, which was really impressive that they beat back the Italian army. And now Germany saw the Italians get embarrassed, and they had to invade Greece because they didn't want to just leave it there. It was dangerous. And the Germans took Greece quickly.
Germany's.
They took most of it. And so this is the part where it gets interesting. They take Greece quickly. They take Malta, which is an island close to Greece, which is really what they wanted because it gave them a strategic attack position to start attacking northern Africa, like Egypt and stuff, if that's in northern Africa.
Let's go.
There we go.
And so
Check
this is the part where ego gets in the way because now Hitler just wanted to take what the hell, Wilder? What the hell is that?
If you can't see, wow, there's a funny background.
So
Is that me?
what was that?
Yeah.
So here's the part where Hitler's ego got in the way because he now wanted to take all of Greece, and all that was left was Crete. And a German general named Kurt Studens, who led an elite paratrooping group, wanted to prove to Hitler how cool that thing was because there was no paratroopers at the time. He wanted to make it rain men on Crete. Drop bombs, then drop dudes. Those are just some notes I had. And so the British and New Zealanders heard of this, that they were planning to attack Crete for really no reason. And so they sent over some guys. So there were basically already 10,000 Greek soldiers in Crete, and then there was a couple more British and New Zealand soldiers. And I already told you that there were no guns. The Greek had no guns. So all they had were like literally like farm weapons, like pitchforks and axes. And so Eli, you can hit it now.
Desmond's frozen.
Don't look at him.
Down, Eli. Okay. All right. So, the Germans send in the bombs and then the paratroopers, and this was the first aerial invasion in history. Okay, and so they're sending waves and waves of paratroopers, and they start to get plucked out of the sky. The British and New Zealanders are shooting them, and then when they hit the ground, the Greek are just killing them with their weapons. Okay, start chanting Greece.
Greece.
So, and at this point, women, children, teenagers, and 70-year-old men were all out with pitchforks and whatever weapons they could find, and they made shish kebabs with the Germans, and Crete stayed not occupied. Thank you.
Is that where that food
Oh,
came
and
from?
just a couple last side notes. After that battle, Winston Churchill
That'd be
said,
cool.
"We will no longer say Greeks fight like heroes. We say heroes fight like Greeks," which is a pretty cool thing to hear. I like Wilder's background. And yeah, that's my history segment.
Thank you, Desmond.
All right.
All right.
Go Des.
No one else clapped. Goddamn, you really.
Back to back.
You could do a virtual clap.
Interesting stories.
These are tiring.
Yeah, it seems like you're doing a good amount of work on it, at least, you know?
Yeah. For
It's all
whatever reason.
Yeah, copy.
More work than you probably did on your history grad, right?
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing next?
Top 5 rappers.
Oh
That's
God.
a good
I didn't
transition.
prepare for that at all.
I didn't prepare for that either.
I could do that off the top.
I could do that. Number
Off,
one,
off, off.
Roddy Rich.
Bro.
Right.
That's true.
Griffin can't say. Griffin's
I
not
could
allowed
No,
say
to.
it.
Griffin, I want to hear your
Yeah,
list.
I
Griffin.
know
I want to hear your
Griffin's
list.
Griffin's number 1 is Dolly Parton.
You're back.
Okay, here. I'll just give
How
my
do you
quick
keep
list.
doing these backgrounds?
I'll give my quick list. Number one, Lil
Dolly
Baby.
Parton.
Number two,
Oh my God! Of all
Lil
time,
Baby.
Griffin. Of all time.
Yes.
Oh
I'm not
my
gonna say an old.
God,
I'm not
That's
gonna say an
disrespectful.
ladies. I'm not gonna say an old
Be
person just
careful.
because
You
they're
might
old.
get beat up.
I'm
Did you
not
say
gonna
Lil
say an old
Baby?
person just.
But there's like
yes.
good people that are
I was-
still
there's
making
literally,
music,
like-
you know?
Wait until my turn deluxe comes out and you'll thank me. You'll thank me. All right, number 2, Roddy Ricch. Number 3, DaBaby. He's this low because his new album he dropped yesterday is so bad.
Griffin,
So
these
bad.
guys have all gotten famous in the past like 2 years.
And
Lil Baby
and
is so
the
So,
music
like,
is so
I
good.
think if you're like a trash album, then you're not like top 3. You
Number 4, Kanye West. He's just been consistent.
I
know?
agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I
with that.
agree.
Be
I
higher
put
up,
him in
yeah.
my top 3.
I agree around there.
Did
Number
anybody
5.
know a Roddy Ricch song besides The Box?
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't Roddy Ricch have like one album?
And it was so no, he's 2 good albums actually.
No, he has one.
Oh,
album
okay, my bad.
mixtape.
I think Oscar left.
Oh no,
He's
no.
using his phone, so I don't know. Whatever.
And number 5, I don't know. I'll think about that and come back.
This is the worst list I've ever heard, Griffin. Though.
No,
Thanks
you're gonna-
thanks
Lil
for
Baby
say a
your
bunch
input.
of-
number 1.
You're gonna say a bunch of old people just because they're old, and that's
Eli,
sad.
No,
Yeah.
I was not going to say
Oscar,
that.
Oscar,
was
what?
not
I
gonna
can't
say
hear
that.
you over the chatter of everyone
Yeah,
else.
Oscar's about to do some like 90s, 80s.
Desmond
Yeah.
and Griffin said they don't like A Tribe Called Quest.
Tribal
Yes,
Quest
I
is
don't
good.
like-
That's not one
they
person
suck.
though,
I
for the
don't like-
record.
They
They're
suck.
very bad.
They suck.
All right. Shoot Dollar.
He sucks. Oh, number
Six.
5.
Suck.
Number 5. This guy. Legend since day one.
All right, Oscar, you go next, just to get some like go the complete opposite of Griffin's list.
Okay. Number 1, Nas.
Biggie.
Number
Oh.
2, Biggie. Number 3, Fife Dog. Number 4, Treach. Number 5,
I thought you had prepared for this segment.
No, I know, but I would. Okay. Because I forgot. Oh, number 5, Grand Poobah. Okay.
Grand Pooba's fire.
All right, can I just give my top 3?
No,
He's
Or
in
number
Brand
five-
Nubian, right?
Kanye,
Number 5
honestly.
it is.
Graduation album.
Yeah, it is.
I'd have to agree with Oscar on Nas. I listened to some of his songs.
Your number 1, you just said
Listen
you
to like
no,
3
no,
or
no,
something.
no.
I listen to like
Kanye West is number 1.
Yeah. That's facts.
Kanye's number 1. Nas is number 2, and
yeah, 3 left.
I mean, who's number 3?
Dude, we can't even see your face, bro.
I'm trying to think. That's why.
Q-Tip.
Yeah, Q-tip.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Desmond doesn't listen to music. It's okay.
Yes, I do. I just don't listen to rap. I listen to soul music.
He used podcasts to get him pumped up.
Yeah. Well, actually, I should have told you guys this. You're not supposed to listen to pump up music while you practice because you can't listen to it in a game, and it actually severely affects your performance. So
You
I
have
like to
told
listen
us
to
that.
podcasts and grow my brain
You have.
and
You
also
have.
become a funnier person.
You all,
Okay.
all right, I'm recording.
All right.
Okay.
Go
No,
Lyle's turn.
it says yours.
Top 5 rappers.
So number 1 is Andre 3000. Outkast is one of my favorite groups of all time. But if you could just pick one, I'll pick Andre. Kendrick Lamar, number 2. He's like one of the first,
Respect.
rappers I really started listening to. Untitled and Mastered, every listened, super underrated.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
And then if we're only doing like one person, I'd probably go for Phife Dawg 2 from Tribe Called Quest. But
Yeah.
Tribe is up there. Black Thought from The Roots.
Fife?
Yes, Desmond.
Oh, that's
I
Jimmy
hate that
Fallon,
we
right?
can't do groups. I feel like I'm missing out. But
Wait, how come they're Jimmy Fallon, not like making music?
Because they get bank from being on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
yeah, they probably get paid.
Also, it seems kind of fun, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
And like
Yeah.
they,
Hey, Griffin, I look like Alex French.
Yes, you do.
Highway. My way or the highway.
Hey.
My way.
they were making music like in the like late 90s, 2000s. So like
Yeah.
they've made a lot of music. So now it's time to like.
We should have got Brandon on here, so he could have been like, "Oh, my top favorite, Skepta, Storm."
I do.
And
My
then
way.
number
My-
5, MF Doom.
MF Doom, that's a good one. I was thinking about that.
I'm going. Can I go?
Yeah. Eli,
Wait,
go.
wait. Let Desmond's audio play so we see him.
It's playing. I'm not muted him.
I'm trying to talk, but it won't go. There we go. That's not going. My audio's not going. No.
Dude, why do you have the same like body shape as me? Like from
My
behind,
way.
you look like the same
Yeah,
person.
you guys always have
My
looked like the
way,
same
my
person.
Way. My way or the highway.
Okay, let's let Eli go.
Eli's gotta go.
All right,
looked
so
in
I'm
the
gonna go.
mirror and thought I was.
I'm gonna go. MF Doom is number 1. Actually,
Whoa.
he's your favorite rapper's favorite
My
rapper,
way.
as
My
said.
way. My way. My way.
No, I'm not. Dude, I can't edit that.
Griffin, don't edit it out. Leave it in. I don't
Leave
care.
it in. You have to leave that in.
Yeah, Griffin, leave it in.
Alright,
Nothing's
you're
wrong with a
18.
little
It's, you're
cake.
18.
We'll
It's
go,
okay.
Eli's
Yeah.
steaming.
I'm gonna go Kanye at number 2. I think. I don't know. Then Kendrick 3. Maybe like. Trying to think of other people. This is hard, man.
Dude, if he wasn't canceled, Amir Vaughn.
Who's Amir Vaughn?
Top 5? Absolutely not.
No, just
Who's
I like.
Amir Vaughn?
What about Biggie or Nas, Eli?
What about,
What about
Parmesan
Nas,
cheese?
yeah, Nas is 4. No, but Nas only has like Nas's albums aren't as consistent as I'd like, honestly.
Yeah, but that
Like-
one album is.
Illmatic is very good, but are you guys laughing at me? What's going on? What's going on?
No,
Laughing at Des.
I said Parmesan cheese. Like Patrick.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
His videos are actually so funny.
I would-
watched that one today that Jeremiah posted on his story.
Yeah,
Alright,
the tick up.
Yeah.
All right, Eli's gotta finish, bro. Come on. Geez.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Who'd you put
Maybe
for
I'll
number?
go like. I'll go. I'll go Biggie as 4. I like Biggie a lot. I think he's influenced a lot of people. And then I'll go. The recording earlier. Sid.
Hey!
What?
Yeah!
Nice.
Is
And
Eli
then
still
number
not done yet?
I'm not
Oh
done.
my
I'm
God.
sorry. It takes a minute for me to think about it. Whatever. I'll go. Q-Tip is 5.
Yeah.
Someone relieve me of my
Q-Tip over Phife Dawg.
list.
Who is Q-Tip? Oh, I need to revive my list and just
Tribe
say
Called
instead of
Quest.
Q-Tip, Cameron.
All right, I'm gonna go 5-1. So my 5, Eminem. 4, Biggie. 3, Nas. 2, Lil Wayne, and 1, Kanye West.
Respect.
That's
Respectable.
respectable.
Wilder, when
Respectable.
you say Nas, do you mean Lil Nas X?
How'd you know?
Duh.
My way.
All right, I feel like we
My
spent
way or
long
the
enough on
highway.
this. So
My
Yeah,
way.
We should honestly
Guys,
have gotten Brandon because he would have been like Stormzy, Skepta,
Yeah, I know.
Pop Smoke,
Chef G.
You guys want to do the fight segment now?
Drew Drippy.
Yeah,
let's do the fight
Griffin,
segment.
Put some
Okay,
fight
here.
stuff on.
I'll get them in
Wait,
my
how do
background.
we?
Wait,
How do
that's
we
a good thing
lock
to
you?
end on.
yeah. Let's end on
Okay,
it.
okay.
Okay. So what's next then?
Do we
Sports?
want-
What sports takes the most skill / practice to
Oh
be
yeah,
good at?
that's my segment. I was thinking we could kind of like each say our thing, but then also debate because I feel like we've kind of been having this argument for like the last 5 years anyway.
Yeah. Can
And
you
you
repeat
know
the
my
question
answer.
though?
Everyone go
Let's-
around and say
Let's
what
rank
sport.
our athletic ability between the 6 of us.
Later.
wait.
No,
Oh,
no,
God.
no.
I feel like that's not fun. That's too personal though. That's,
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold
that's
on.
too personal.
If we're gonna do,
Let's get personal, guys. Let's give the viewers what they want.
chill.
I don't think the viewers
Eli,
want
Eli,
that
Eli.
at all.
Hey guys, what's Lyle's address?
One Tiffany Place.
Mine's glitching right now. I
Um,
can't hear anything.
11332.
Dude,
I think
the
for
only reason I know any of that is from Tafari because he just like says it out randomly.
for the sports debate, let's like not just name the sport, but give like a 30-second long pitch. about
Or
why.
like a
Yeah,
however
yeah,
long
that's
you want.
fine.
No,
But
no
what's the
longer than
question
30
again?
seconds.
Can I leave
Okay.
this one off then?
Okay,
What's the
I'm just gonna
question,
repeat the question. So it's what sport do you think takes the most skill or practice to be like elite at or
To
good
be
at?
elite.
Yeah. Well, to be a pro. All right.
Yeah.
Can I go first?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Go first.
I think this is pretty easy, and I'd say most people would say it. George Kittle actually recently said it. It's hockey, and it's by far number one. I know I could see Oscar laughing and giggling, but
No,
it
no,
is
that
number
makes
one.
No, it's valid.
It does make sense because you have to be a pro skater and you have to be a pro like hockey player. And by hockey, I mean stick and puck. And when you watch these games, the accuracy these guys have is like ridiculous because the goalie takes up 95% of the cage. And the instincts they have and the skill they have with the stick and like the small places they can pass the puck to and the quick movements and how insanely coordinated they are to play on the ice, to play 2 pro sports at once and to have insane endurance is impressive.
He played NHL 21 time.
Or all summer and watched a bunch of highlights.
And still got
and-
whooped 3-0 by Wilder.
Yeah, except that one I beat Oscar and Ruben 7-1 like 2 nights ago.
What? Me?
It was me and Ruben, but
Griffin and Ruben.
two players
Griffin
was
and
harder.
Ruben.
2 players is
Uh-huh.
harder.
Yeah, and he has
Yeah.
a handicap because he has Ruben playing against the other one.
Ruben's good. Ruben's
What's
better than
really gonna be the
Griffin.
guess?
All right,
Oh.
Oops.
I can hear where Desmond's coming from. I don't 100% agree, but it's definitely up there.
That's like, what if you had to play football in an ice skating rink? That's what it's like. It's
No,
2
but the
sports in
thing is-
one.
You could say that about any sport because they basically have to be like pro at running and being pro.
I know,
in
but
shape.
Oscar, running's a little bit easier than ice skating because you're born to
Let's
run.
all say what we think first, and then we can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
into the
All right, Wilder, you
personal base.
Like all I'm saying is like yeah, it's difficult, but people who have like grown up ice skating, it's like second nature to them. They can do it so easily. Like I don't know, and I agree. It's probably definitely like up there top 3 hardest to play. But honestly, I've never played hockey, so I can't really say for sure.
yeah.
We were
No,
on the
but
school ice skating trip and I busted my ass.
Dude, that's funny as shit.
Hey, Griffin sent me a private message. Oh, sexy.
Not private anymore.
Okay, so
You wanna
someone
read it
else
out
go.
loud, Desmond?
Say their sport.
Well, Wilder didn't say which one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wilder.
Oh, I gotta say a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hardest-
why we're doing this segment.
I gotta go with baseball, to be honest, because at a major league level, the ability to hit a baseball. Not pitchers. Pitchers are like you could be like fat as shit and be a pitcher, and it doesn't matter like Bartolo Colon, but
Gotta say.
to be like
Big
a
sexy.
fielder, and batting, like the speed that a ball like comes out of a pitcher's hand and crosses the plate is less than a blink of an eye, and like you have to decide whether to hit that, and it's
That's what she
like-
did.
I think Griffin can agree with me as someone who's just recently started playing baseball.
And hit dingers can't be that hard.
It's difficult.
Thank
Griffin's
you.
99 pounds and hit one over the fence. It
but
can't be
as-
the hardest sport in the world.
He hit it over like a 50-foot fence, like
And no one
underhand
else did.
toss.
And no one else did. Fun fact.
Yeah, wait, did Wilder hit one over Griffin?
Nope.
Not a lefty either, though.
What?
All
But
right, Griffin. All right, Griffin, you go.
Next
Okay,
caller.
Okay, I know this is gonna get hate,
God.
but if you look at the top people in the world, there's not a single person who's actually good at this sport, and that's golf. You could play
shut up. No.
Guys, I agree.
I'm not
I
kidding. I'm
agree.
not kidding.
God.
I'm not
I
kidding.
wholeheartedly agree.
To
I'm
the
not kidding.
I
no.
100%
I'm not
agree.
kidding.
I agree.
You could play
I
for
agree.
1,000,000 hours and still not be good at the game. That's how difficult it is.
The
even like-
technicality you need and the skill is off the charts. It's
It's not
ridiculous.
physical
If like
strength,
old
but
white
it's
people can
skill.
play it, like you
Yeah,
can't.
No,
hell
Eli.
no. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's a
No, but
sport.
It's so
They
hard.
play it, but they're not good. I'm not
No,
saying
Griffin,
it takes
it's a
physical.
sport
I'm not
that-
taking it. I'm not saying it takes physical ability. I'm
Hell no.
saying it takes skill.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
Do you
a
really
sport
think
that-
it would take?
That's the
'Cause-
reason why it's good, because it doesn't matter how good of an athlete you are. It just matters how much you practice the technique, because you have to have perfect technique.
Yes.
I guess.
Every single hit. You
Like
can't be
even
an inch
Tiger
off.
was the second greatest of all time. Was bad for a long time.
Well,
in the
that's
middle
not
of his
'cause
He had
career.
some
that's
other
not
shit
'cause of
going
his
on too, though. If I
technique.
recall.
That's 'cause of his technique,
speaking of
Griffin.
which, I just ordered a shirt of Tiger Woods' mugshot just for fun.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a hilarious
awesome.
picture.
I want to get one too.
Can
All
I
right,
get
Eli, you go.
I'm gonna go gymnastics.
Oh my god!
I think every time I fucking try and talk, Desmond's
sorry.
like
I just
doing
get
so good.
inspiration. I'm sorry.
Not like Olympic gymnastics, like the stuff where like you do a bunch of flips and land straight.
Yeah.
That shit seems
That's-
so
that's
impossible to me. Like
respectable.
I don't know actually how hard it is. I know a lot of people do gymnastics, but looking at sports, that is the most inhuman thing. Like jumping off of something
Yeah.
and flipping like 100 times.
They're
And
also
it-
jacked, dude. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Bro.
Yeah.
And it must be.
They're like
it must be really
5'2",
hard.
200.
But they're also
It
like
must be
4
really
foot
hard.
9.
Yeah, I
It
know.
must be really difficult if Desmond's sisters quit, so we couldn't go to his house.
I was about to say
I
that, dude.
remember
I was
that
about to
house.
say that.
And then she started diving, right? How long did that last?
About a month.
Diving?
Yeah. You didn't even know. There's been like 4 phases.
What the fuck?
My way, or
All right,
the
Lyle.
highway.
Yeah. Well, I think with golf, I think that makes it the sport that takes the longest to get good at, but not necessarily the hardest. So I think I think hockey's a good pick just because of like it's what I would say is like it's an unnatural thing to have to learn in terms of like skating and then also being able to play while you skate.
Agree.
Just to be different, like just have my own individual one. I would say for similar reasons, soccer is a really hard sport to like get good at.
Canceled, bro. Sorry.
Okay, just
I would
No, I
agree
agree.
with that
I
because-
agree. I agree.
I
It's hard.
agree because only for the reason because that more people play it and you have to be better at soccer than other sports to go pro.
okay. Well,
Because
what
it's
I,
It's hard to
No, but
go
there's
pro.
way more leagues in
makes sense.
soccer than there are anything else. Like
it's not
to
like
play pro
technically
soccer
harder,
is
it's just, yeah.
No,
Also,
low-key,
you
it's
have-
like there's so
you
many
have-
pro soccer teams. It's
You
like
have so much stamina too. Like not
So
only
that's-
not even, bro. Not even. I've like
hold on.
It was easy to play an entire.
Let
soccer
Lyle
game.
talk.
because we were in PSALB division.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
not even soccer.
Hold on.
I
Hold
could
on.
easily
on.
play an entire soccer game.
Hold
That's
on.
just light.
Wilder, you are also not the average person.
yeah, Wilder, you're pretty
I've been playing
I'm not
athletic.
saying
I'd
the
say.
average person
Yeah,
plays.
Wilder, you forget
Like,
you're
you
super
really good
sexy.
stamina. You're really
For the record.
yeah, but you do have very good stamina, and like you like what I'm saying is like you
And
were able
great
to
eyes.
play quickly, but you also played when you were younger, so it wasn't like something unnatural. that
Bro,
you
when
had
I
to
was
do.
like 5, though, like it doesn't even.
Yeah, I played ASO when I was like 5.
No, I know, but it was like that. It's still something that you like
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
learned when you were younger, when you were learning how to like use your body and move to be athletic. So it wasn't something that you had to like entirely relearn. Whereas I think if someone was like coming into it now, it's harder than a sport like basketball or football to just be athletic in. Like it
guess.
does really, really help.
Dude, football is probably one of the easiest. To be fair.
Yeah, if you're a good
Yeah.
athlete.
If you're just fast, you can
I haven't
like
seen
flag
that yet.
football.
Like, wide
as long as
receivers
you're
don't have
fast,
to be
you're good.
that skilled. Like wide receivers don't have to be that skilled.
Yeah.
Also, in flag football, you can just be the running back and be fast, and
I
that's
think-
literally all you need.
Honestly, like
Yeah, not for
position
Brandon.
like,
He still sucked.
to be a quarterback's hard.
Quarterback's hard, yeah.
Either line.
Yeah, I
what's
could
up?
attest to that.
What?
Quarterback.
Me, I said I can attest to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will say everyone had the same color jersey on when I played. And then the second Griffin started playing, they had the idea to get pennies, but whatever.
But yeah, I would just like in terms of I think like learning how to run with a ball at your feet rather than in your hands is something that isn't natural for anyone who hasn't played the game before.
Yeah, it's true.
And so I think it takes a while to get really good at. But there is also a good point was made about the fact that there are way more leagues, so there's a much larger more opportunities, but there's also a larger pool of talent. So I think
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's gone I don't know personally anyone who's gone pro football, but I actually know multiple people who play on professional soccer teams.
Yeah, well, they're
But
like
it's good though. I wish other sports were like soccer in that, because
I don't
in football or in basketball, if you don't get drafted, then it's done, and you're not gonna get fucking drafted unless
you just
you're
become you just
I
start
know,
your own
it's
training
more
facility.
impressive then, you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah, exactly. No, it
the
is.
NBA
But
is definitely the hardest league to play for. There's probably NBA probably is the most good players that don't make it because
NBA is the most skillful league by far. It's the most.
But I think the hardest to actually play in a professional team or play in the top level is the MLB, because you see top recruits out of bounds. You see Zion Williamson. If he didn't get injured, he would have played first game of the season this year.
Yeah.
You see Adley Rushman. He's not going to get to the league this year, and he was the top recruit out of college.
I know. But
yeah.
Basketball, there's so few players on each team. It's just like the amount.
But I get
technically you do get paid for being in the minor league. In basketball, unless you're in the G League or whatever, you don't get.
Basketball is for sure the hardest to go pro. And there's probably the most good players
in America.
There's a million leagues.
In the
There's
US,
a million leagues.
I don't agree, but
there are European leagues now. Yeah.
Definitely. All right.
Should we move on?
No, I didn't go yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, Oscar. Go.
If we're talking about just like one specific thing, being an NFL quarterback is definitely the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, that's so true.
Reading the entire defense.
What sport?
And knowing the play. Okay, whatever. All right, but the sport, I would say baseball. Being able to hit a 99-mile-an-hour fastball and point to reaction time, or like knowing what pitch they're going to throw based on movement and then reacting to that and hitting it is ridiculous. And also, like, even being a fielder, like, throwing from third to first is so fucking far if you go to a game.
I did that yesterday.
How long did the throw take?
Also, baseball's super mental, too. It's like you have to be really smart. You have to learn all the signs. That's an underrated hard part of baseball.
Yeah, that's actually a fact.
Not if you're an Astro, though.
Not if you're deaf.
The fact that if they know somebody's going to throw in a 101-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle, they can hit it out of the park every time is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
True.
Yeah.
Like, you know how scary that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then some fuckers will throw in a 100-mile-per-hour fastball and then like a 70-mile-per-hour curveball.
Or like a 99-mile-per-hour splitter that has movement. And
imagine Chapman throwing at your head. Like,
no one make a joke.
I get it.
Yeah, you get it.
I don't get it.
He beat his wife!
His wife, Griffin.
Oh,
dude, that's actually like, I know it's actually
hard.
so fucking terrible.
Yeah, that is so. Did you see the photo of how strong he was?
Yeah, there's like a photo of him recently, and his arms are like
huge.
But that doesn't mean.
No, don't say it.
She was HBP, hit by pitch.
It's obviously that.
Jesus Christ.
It's obviously
She
that.
got
That doesn't mean he tried his hardest.
Did he get like suspended for that shit?
No, I don't think so.
That's terrible.
Guys, it was the off season.
I'm not saying it's not bad.
Oh, Desmond.
That's terrible. That's awful.
No, it's so bad. Dude, imagine him punching you in the face.
I don't
This
imagine
podcast
that.
does not endorse that.
Yeah.
We do not support domestic abuse.
Okay, guys, now
job,
for a
homie.
30-second
job.
water break sponsored by Pete's Candy Store. 1,
Pete's.
2, 3, 4,
His mom
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll be our water break.
Didn't you say whatever?
What's our next?
Yeah.
30 seconds.
I didn't want to count to 30.
Funniest ice memory? Are we doing that?
Is this Griffin's?
Yeah, I was suggesting
what
what if we all say our funniest ice memory instead of Yeah, what if we all say our funny inside?
Dude, that's
Let's
hard.
do that.
Yeah.
What's the idea?
Do we? I
Oh,
feel like this
okay.
episode's running long though. Should we wrap it up and save this for the next time, or should we just do
Well,
it?
no, we still have Griffin's thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Let's do Griffin's thing, and then
We can do,
okay.
and then let's all
How
think
much-
of memory for next time. Then
Wait, guys,
Yeah.
well, how much time do we have on this one? Do we have to switch to a new call?
No.
they
No, we're good.
canceled the 40-minute call. You can go forever now.
Let's go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because
My
they're
way.
like stealing information.
My
Like, oh no,
way
you
or
can.
the
You can
highway.
all right,
They
Griffin.
can steal all this information and put it on YouTube, man.
Okay.
Edit that part out though, like where we're talking about what we should do.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
that's access.
All right. Number 1. Oh wait, here I gotta put it on.
All right,
Number
describe
1.
Describe your segment.
Oh yeah. So okay, guys.
This actually has a
This-
little bit to do with the Aroldis Chapman.
this
No.
segment, I
This
will
was a
show-
bad transition, guys.
I only have
This
2.
was a bad transition.
What
I
are
only
the
have-
chances
Wait,
that
we should
that
do
came
another
up?
segment in between.
We should.
Let's
Funny sex memory. Funny sex memory.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
or like
Oh,
favorite
what
NBA
are the
player.
chances?
Palate cleanser.
We
Is
go from
anything else?
Araldo's Chapman to talking about beating up people.
Oh,
No,
what
Oscar,
about
not
the,
just people,
what about
girls.
the, like, the thing? Was it Lisle you put in the document about like if you had to choose one football player of
Yeah.
time?
Yeah,
Let's
because
do that because I think ice memory will take too long. Because
Yeah,
it will.
one person
So-
will say one, then I'll.
We
think
should
of
have
100.
a bunch of ice people on next time and
Guys,
do
you could
the
bring
ice
on, like,
memory
three
thing.
different guests and then do
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Deep,
So,
meds.
cool.
Yeah, so the inspiration for this is that they're doing for the NFL draft, the practice run that they're going to do is not with the players of this year's draft class. It's with like all-time players.
That's fun though. I'm glad they're doing
Yeah,
that.
it's really fun just so that they can get like the mechanics of it down, and so that teams won't have to like give away their teams or do the sort of feigning thing that I was talking about last week.
Yeah.
So if you could pick any player from your team's past to come back onto the team,
Oh hell yeah.
yeah, who
For what sport?
Hey guys,
NFL.
no hands.
What?
This is
Oh, you don't get
this
it, Oscar.
episode is sponsored by Viagra.
Yeah, what's holding it up?
Oh.
So
I
Lyle,
fucking-
by
I
your
fucking
team, do you mean
knew it
like
would
your
take
favorite
Oscar.
team?
Yeah, and
All right, so we should go around saying our favorite team before you do it.
I'll take the Cardinals because I guess they were the only team I've ever said was my
Like
favorite.
the Cardinals?
Yeah,
I
he's
picked
always
them.
liked them.
Lyle's
I
always
watched-
been like a closeted
know
Cardinals fan.
I
I
watched
thought it
all
was the
of nothing,
Saints.
and that was the only reason.
You taking
No, it's
Kurt-
fair.
the
Huh?
grocery man, Kurt Warner?
No, I was gonna take Night Train Lane.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
He played for the Cardinals.
Yeah, what?
back when they were the Chicago Cardinals.
You got a
Oh.
dirty ass Madden card.
I mean, it's just like you gotta go for the defensive player because they robbed the Texans of everything they had. And like Kurt Warner's really good, but like Kyler Murray is a very talented NFL quarterback.
Yeah, he's
Should've
good
been
enough.
Offensive Rookie of
Not
the Year.
rookie of the year though.
No, he shouldn't have been, but he still deserves to be the starter for a good team, and they're building the offense around him. So I wouldn't want to take that away. And
Yeah.
so, like they've been looking for someone to pair with Patrick Peterson for like years. So
He's still
Renegade,
good, right?
renegade,
Peterson's
renegade.
getting old also, so.
he's
Yeah.
getting older, but he's
Kyler
still.
Murray is like the young heart of their team. Oh, and what's his goddamn? Yeah, because their team's good.
Oh, and they have DeAndre Hopkins.
too.
Yeah. All right, we got to move quickly. So
Yeah. Sorry.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Shoot
Dallas,
ball.
you wanna go next?
I'll go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Kind of obvious and quick. I'll take the second greatest player ever. Lawrence Taylor.
LT.
Giants need a pass rush. He'll probably get 25 sacks a year. Most dominant defensive player ever. Okay, next person.
I'll go. My favorite team is the Eagles. Even though I kind of want to take a quarterback because I'm getting tired of Wentz getting hurt every day, I'm gonna take the best defensive end of all time, who's name
Wait, so
is
you're
Reggie
not
White.
taking Randall Cunningham? Just putting it out there.
I just said I'm not gonna take a quarterback, Randall Cunningham. I'm gonna take the best defensive end of all time, maybe in the conversation for best defensive player of all time, Reggie White.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Except he
177 sacks in 176 games.
Yeah, he's.
Are you serious?
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry,
I'll go now.
Okay, go.
Okay,
Griffin.
Eli,
No,
go.
Griffin, you got
Eli
it.
can go.
And
Okay,
from the Houston
So-
Oilers.
from the Tennessee Titans.
The
No,
team to never win
So-
the Super Bowl.
Eddie George.
we have many talented people on our team. We have many talented people on our
Jake
team.
many
Matthews.
talented
I'm gonna have to
running
go
backs.
with Randy
Randy
Moss.
Actually, a
Moss?
beast.
I'm gonna go with Randy Moss.
No,
We
no,
need
you
a
can't do
receiver.
that.
and
Oh,
he's
you
very
cannot
good.
take Randy Moss, dude. He's got to be a player who actually played for
Yes,
you.
he can.
Pay for that.
He
Stop.
did.
Shut
That
up.
is one day
Played
guy.
for
I
That
could
was
take
no-
Randy Moss. You cannot take Randy
But,
Moss.
no,
Played
but
for
Griffin,
half
if
the
you're
No, no,
taking
new
Randy
pick, new
Moss,
pick.
Griffin, if you're taking Randy Moss, you're taking him as good as he was when he played for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's
fine,
true.
fine.
So just take one
I'll
of your
take-
million amazing running backs you've had in your history, like Derrick
Oh,
Henry, Eddie
No, we have
George.
Derrick Henry right now.
They already have Derrick
I'll
Henry.
take.
But
He
you've had
said
better
take
running backs in
Derrick
the past.
Henry. He said take Derrick Henry, Griffin.
Let him take. Let him take.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
not
know our
that
team's
hard.
history that well.
I know you
I'll
shouldn't
take
take Marcus
Chris
Mariota.
Javon Curse.
Chris
Yeah,
Johnson,
Curse.
dude. Are you kidding me?
He's good.
You
He's
got Derrick
like
Henry,
a,
though.
They have
Warren
Derrick Henry.
Moon.
So, yeah, okay.
You could take Warren Moon, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Take one of the best
No,
black quarterbacks of all
Tannehill's so
time.
much better.
Oh,
He's
Tannehill-
not- he's
Tannehill
only
is
good.
not better than
Griffin,
Warren
he's
Moon.
only
He's-
good because of Derrick
He's
Henry.
the best
Trust
quarterback
me.
in the league this year. That's
He's
not true.
Oh,
Mariota
no,
wasn't good.
You did not just say
Mariota
that.
wasn't good.
Expose him!
Mariota wasn't good.
Griffin, Ryan Tannehill was only good because of Derrick Henry.
But Mariota wasn't.
Because
Daniel
Mariota's
Jones is
awful.
Mariota
No,
sucks.
Mariota's
Griffin,
really
the
good.
only
Tannehill
place
was like a-
Tannehill was good at was play action, and that's because of Derrick Henry
That's not
feasting
true.
the
You
middle
only
on runs.
watched the playoffs. That's
No,
sad.
I didn't, Griffin. Remember I
Bro,
said I
stop-
always watch Titans
Stop
games?
playing. Stop
All
all
playing.
right, move on. What else? Eli,
All right,
I'm not
I'll go.
playing games.
Eli.
The Raiders, as much as I want to take Tim Brown because we need a receiver, I feel like we need to adjust defense. So I'm going to take Willie Nelson, cornerback,
Nice.
who is
Not
What
very
Bo
about
good.
Jackson.
Reggie? What
he
about
also
Reggie
played the
Nelson?
banjo for you if you
I
want.
thought Willie
No, Bo
Nelson was
Jackson.
a singer.
He
Oh,
is.
he's
I
talking
think
about-
Willie Brown. Holy shit. Willie Brown. I'm sorry.
Oh, so Willie
Oh my
Nelson.
god.
Willie Brown.
That's so
My
sad.
bad.
You're not taking
Wait, why not Bo Jackson?
thing.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got
why
Josh
not
Jacobs
Bo?
is good, and we need a defensive player bad.
Yeah.
Maybe actually no. I'm switching it.
Yeah,
No, never mind. I'm keeping that.
Yeah,
Someone else go.
all right.
Howie Long.
About Khalil Mack.
Shut up.
Oh.
Oh,
Ouch.
shit.
Oh no.
Well, it's too late.
So,
Wow,
we
there's
just-
turn.
We got Josh
Oh,
Jacobs from the
shit.
Khalil Mack trade though. So
Well, but it
All right,
sounds
I
like
wonder who
Von Miller.
Wilder's going to pick.
Oh, dude, I'm a 49ers fan. That's kind of difficult. One of the
It's
best
not that
franchises
hard.
of all time.
Yeah. You have the easiest pick.
Yeah.
Dude, hell no, because I could just take. It could be either like Jerry Rice.
Ronnie Lott, Jerry Rice,
Ronnie
and
Gotta
Joe
be Jerry
Montana.
Rice. Dude. You
Montana.
need a
Gotta be
receiver
Jerry
too,
It has to be Jerry Rice because you
and
need a
he's the
receiver,
goat.
and you don't
He's
need
the
Joe
GOAT.
Montana.
Yeah,
And also, Joe Montana was overrated as hell.
I think I'd maybe take. Oh, that's difficult. I might take Patrick Willis, to be honest. He's probably
What?
one of the strongest linebackers.
Bro, you gotta take Jerry
You already
Rice.
have
Are
Fred
you
Warner.
shitting me?
Just
Are you
take
shitting me?
Yeah, you gotta take Jerry.
No,
Rice.
of course I might
Best
say Jerry
offensive
Rice.
player of all
Best,
time.
best
We're
wide
peer
receiver
pressuring
hands
you into
down
taking Jerry Rice.
of all time.
This
Ronnie
is an
Lott,
example
Patrick Willis.
of good peer pressure.
All right, me and Wilder kind of had the easy picks.
Yeah, we have-
Wilder and I.
Let's go, Des.
There we
We
go.
had easy ones for different reasons, Oscar, because you own your team sucks, dick. But
Yeah, you could have taken any legend. and you would have been fine.
Uh-huh.
Did everyone go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go?
All right.
Okay,
do we have
fight
any more
segment.
segments?
Eli, you should
Fight
take
segment.
Marquette King.
He's still a
Oh, it's
free
actually
agent.
so sad. He's not even in the league anymore.
Yo, he was so
rip
late.
the XFL.
He was
It
so
too
he was
much
good
drama
too.
for a punter. Too much drama for a punter.
Dude, rip the XFL.
It's racist. It's racism. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was
He
racist.
literally was.
Yeah, they did let Pat McAfee go crazy, but
Yeah. Exactly.
what
Exactly.
happens
Exactly.
happens.
Oh no. Okay.
Did you see his
All right.
punt in the XFL though? That shit was nasty. He
All right,
got-
Griffin, get
He's
started.
good.
Yeah, we're doing the fight segment. Could you
Oh, I
take these
forgot.
people? I only have
Okay,
two
go.
people, so it's not going to be long.
Griffin. Come on.
Number
Took you
one.
this long to find two people? Oh, okay. I'll go first. I would say
How old is
usually
he?
it's 7.
Wait, guys, stop talking. Griffin talk. Griffin talk, so we can see it.
So this woman is from TikTok. I don't know
Oh, I
how
saw her
strong she
today
is,
on TikTok.
but
Her arms are-
yeah. But could you take her? That's the real question.
No. Let's get
Individually,
one word answers. No.
No.
She probably
No.
knows jujitsu.
No.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not-
think so, dog.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay,
I'd
here's the
love to
second
say
one,
yes.
and this is
Actually,
this is
no.
this is more fun though.
Oh, sorry.
An entire
Uh-oh.
classroom of first graders.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm saying yes. I'm
I
saying I
would, I
could.
would wipe the floor.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I
Why?
would turn them against each other.
Yeah.
No,
You know?
Eli, just hit him. Just hit him.
Psychological torture.
Exactly.
I
No,
have-
but I bet if I like ran around, also I could just be running and kicking. Like I'm like tall enough. They're you
Yeah,
know, I could
Eli's
just like
lanky. He's
Dude,
lanky.
I think
exactly.
I have the upper
My
hand.
elbows would like.
But I actually
Grab your
taught a
area,
class
you're
of
done
first
for.
graders are.
Yeah, same.
Did
So,
you think about that while you were like teaching? Like
I did.
I think I could take him out easy.
Did you think
this
Oscar,
man's
you
never
think
gonna
you
get
could beat
hired
him?
again.
You really thought
Oscar, you think you could beat
it'll be
him?
that easy?
No, yeah, I could. Dude, just with one hand, you can throw like 3. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
And then think about what you could do with a roundhouse kick or a spinning reverse kick.
Or like theoretically, you could grab one of them and use them as like a weapon.
Yeah.
You know?
As a weapon, yeah.
Swing
So
them,
your
swing
hands-
them
and then they
around.
don't
hands
get
and
up.
feet
They
don't
don't even
get
get up.
tired.
they just,
Yeah, I
they just
know.
get scared.
Dude, a first grader is
I
5
think you're
years
underrating
old.
them.
Yeah. they're-
Maybe if
The
we
thing
did
is,
fifth
if 10
graders,
of
it'd be
those
more of an
tiny
argument.
kids, if 10 of those
6
tiny
or
kids
7.
rushed you, it would be
That
like,
is just not even. They could be 5 or 6 years old. A first grader.
6 or
no,
7.
but I'm saying if 10 of them,
A lot of kids go to kindergarten at 4.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
and the
Rain
balloon.
All right, see you guys next Friday.
Yes, and see, and that's it. That's all, folks.
Later.
See ya.